Hi, collective. It's Shania. Y'all, let's tap in. Archangel Michael, I ask that you preside over this reading. I ask that you protect me and my collective as we channel, transmute, and harmonize the energy for the highest good. Ashe. Ashe, collective. All right, collective. For this reading, I want to get a quick inheritance update, okay? I don't want to overdo it, but I want to do it enough, okay? So that, because I feel like we have a right to know what's going on with our inheritance, okay? They've worked so hard to keep us in the dark, okay? And we have to use every tool at our disposal in order to discover the truth and what is going on, okay? All right, so and that's what we're going to do our best, okay? All right, let me tell you what the decks are again, collective. All right, we have Ancestors Speak. We have Money and Job, okay? We have Inner Effing Peace, okay? And we have Matic. Okay, people, let's go. We're going to do the usual spread, okay? And we're going to get one on each card. It might complicate the reading, okay? Because everything, but we'll see. Everything in tarot, it flows, okay? It's just up to us to be able to figure out what's being said. So, but let's see. We're gonna do our best. All right, Archangel Michael, show me. Ancestor deck. What's the situation? What's happening with it? What's the status of our inheritance? Whoop, child. Okay, thank you. We're gonna take this one as the mystery card. Thank you. We're gonna keep these decks turned over. Maybe we'll use them as clarifiers, okay? Because it's just too much stimuli, okay? You know, it's hard for me to focus as it is, okay? All right, collective, but I'm getting better. Show me, oh no, what am I doing, collective? Show me the, well, I could do it that way, couldn't I? Maybe we should do it that way instead of doing one of these cards for each year. All right, show me the obstacle. Okay, and we're going to clarify with my cards for each of them. Show me the obstacle. And my cards could bring in some strange dynamics to it, though. All right, we're going to turn that right because I was shuffling it that way, okay? Thank you. Show me the spiritual advice. Something's going on with that card. Spiritual advice. And these cards have sayings on both sides, actually. Inner Effing Peace. Spiritual advice, please. Thank you. It's in... Interesting. We'll read top and bottom on this, but that's in the reverse, okay? And here it says, hello, sea of tranquility. Okay? So I think that's also speaking about our peace, our inheritance, okay? I think that is a major part of it. Is our peace, our ability to find peace, okay? Wherever we are, regardless of what we have. Okay, I think that is important. And I think that's why that card keeps coming out in the Ancestors deck. Be grateful, you know, every day. Find something to be grateful for every day. All right, Archangel Michael, show me the divine outcome. That one wanted to come out there. Let's keep that as a mystery. Divine outcome. Thank you. A lot of current, real energy in the situation and the outcome, okay? Divine outcome. Thank you. Now we're going to clarify real quick, collective, with my deck for each of these cards, okay? And then that way we can just roll through the reading, okay? Show me the situation. And we'll flip the bottoms of the deck for some of them. All right, collective. Let's get the bottom too. Thank you. Show me the obstacle. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Okay, that is the obstacle, collective. Okay. Show me the spiritual advice. Okay. They always find a way to give you a laugh, a chuckle, even though you're in the middle of a life-threatening battle, okay? Sheep in wolf's clothing. And this card gets me. A sheep is weak, supposedly, non-suspecting. And they're acting like they're the big bad wolf, okay? Maybe this is a instruction for us to act. I don't know, collective. That card just messes me up, okay? I've got to meditate on that card. Show me the divine outcome, please. Archangel Michael. What's up, ancestors? What y'all doing today? I hear y'all chilling out there on that ship that's cloaking itself. Or maybe it ain't cloaking itself. I got to get back in touch with what's going on. Because y'all been talking about the ship that's coming. They coming. They been here, collective. They keep saying it every week. We're here. Who do you think those people are out in those ships? I think that's some of our ancestors. We're related to the star beings, right? As well as our kith and kin, so to speak, right? But who knows? You know, maybe with the Matrix, we don't understand all of this with the Matrix. Maybe someone does, but they're not telling all the secrets, okay? But maybe after we unplug to the Matrix, we go to a ship or something. You know what I'm saying? Or we go to another place, right? And we have access to travel. And we feel like they're gone, right? Because they've dropped this meat suit, right? But actually they go into the real dimension. They get up out the Matrix chair, right? Unplug, and they get into their real self and their real life, okay? Maybe you may actually see your ancestors, so to speak, in living form, getting off a ship, collective, okay? And you know, when people talking about, oh yeah, you know, it's the black people coming off the ship, I don't know why we're so surprised. They played a major mind trick on us, collective. This is what this was all about. That's why I don't know why people are so shocked and surprised about magic, and we constantly talking about and exposing this magic, right? Because this is what it all was. This is what the Wizard of Oz was, right? This big whole thing over the world. In some places we've been done we've been done dirty worse than others. All right, y'all, let's get started. Move over the divine outcome, the spiritual advice, and we have obstacle. Y'all, let me calm down too. And the spiritual advice. Ancestors speak. What's the situation? What's happening with our inheritance? What do we need to know? Y'all, I'm afraid to turn this card over. I don't know. We are guiding you from within. There's some work we have to do, collective. There's something we have to do, I'm telling you. There's something we have to do to seal the deal. We're guiding you from within, okay? And I saw this one, receiving major downloads from the divine. So they're communicating with us. Maybe we're missing some of the information, okay? I'm sure we are. All right, let's see. Situation. Collective, your family, okay? So they want to talk about how your family is blocking this, collective. So your family's working with the people that are stealing from you and your family, collective, okay? Just so that they can feel like they one-upped you, collective, okay? So we're dealing with psychosis here. All right, but it says, because these sisters, collective, this family just gets into everything, collective. We could be talking about the weather, and these sisters would pop up, collective. I don't understand. I just don't understand. Okay, your sister is secretly living in your stolen home, okay? So somebody in my collective, you have family living in your property, okay? So that is a hindrance, okay? How you gonna get it when it's being occupied by an imposter? or it's being handled by an imposter. So that's the part. We have to prove this. Okay, so the onus of proof is on us. And sure, maybe at some point they may just come, like they said, maybe September or November, whenever they decide to just pop up and say, hey, yo, we here. We've been here all along, and this is how we're going to handle it, right? But until then, we have to do our due diligence. And it's hard, I know, because they're hiding everything. And the hardest part is that we don't stick together enough. Until we really want it, we ain't gonna get it. That's what I'm getting. All right, let's go. Initiation. Something about initiation. I feel like we're being initiated into something, okay? In order to prove as well that we deserve this wealth. We know we deserve it, but we've got to get it together. We got to do something, collective. I'm telling you. Because I'm tired of waiting, collective. I'm tired of people walking around with my shit, living lavishly, and I'm working hard for enough, like 20 to 30 freaking people, right? To support all of these bums leeching off of my energy, collective. I'm tired of it. It's not right. And they're all hiding in secret. Like no one sees their nasty, shit-stained drawers. We see them, collective. All right, let's go. We're going to get our wealth. We're going to figure it out. We don't have a choice. As long as we're here, we have to fight for what's ours. Okay? And the delay is within us, collective, because they're doing what they're supposed to do. And what they're supposed to do is not give it to you, okay? All right? We're stronger than what we think we are. What are these downloads that we need to receive? And it's some sort of initiation that we're being tested. I think this unity is a factor. Starting with self-love. Okay? Okay. Reverse. My goodness. I don't like this energy, collective. Show me this initiation. This is old card. Sirius A, you're a star being. Okay? Star seed. Something from the past. I'm getting like past life, something before creation or something, before your incarnation into this life. Show me your sister. Why is this relevant, Archangel Michael? Why are these sisters and everything? But I guess it's relevant. I know about the stolen home, but why is it relevant to the general ancestral read? I'm getting like this is relevant because there are many of us. All of us have something that's been stolen from us. Some of us know it and some of us don't. Okay? You know, that's important because these people stupid, collective. Okay, it says, I promise you, there is nothing and no one that can stop this. Okay, so that's encouraging. We're going to get it. Okay, it's up to us whether it's going to continue to be difficult or not. We have the expertise, we have the mind power, we just don't have the willpower, collective. This is what we have to figure out. Okay, there's some sort of confidence issue, I feel. Okay, all right, let's go, and we're gonna keep it moving. We're getting better with quicker reads. Okay, receiving major downloads from the divine. What are these downloads? Divine masculine in the upright. No, this is a problem. So many of these divine masculines out here working with the ops. And they're like the star players, the MVPs, collective. So they can get a doggy treat or something, collective. Or a pat on the head. Or a fake trophy or something, collective. Okay? So this is a major impediment. Show me this download. Maybe they're trying to get a download to these divine masculines who have fallen, okay? And they can't reach them. They're just too far down in the mud, collective. Show me. Take back their power. It's about these divine masculines, collective. I ain't calling y'all out, brothers, okay? They calling you out, okay? You won't take back your power. It's something from the past. You didn't do it. And you have to do it. You're blocking the wealth. At least part of it. Sorcery, collective. Oh my goodness. And we were just talking about magic, right? Black magic. They've been doing this over the divine masculine for a long time. Since this so-called slavery, and who knows what happened, or if it happened, or how it happened. Okay, how, to what extent. But either way, we know that they've worked very hard to break our backs, okay? And to destroy our communities. Okay, and it's not just race, okay? But for black people, Lord knows, we're just the pilot test for everything and everyone, okay? So I feel like they've been doing this mind effery over the divine masculine, and they haven't been able to take back their power, okay? So, but look, we all can help each other to strengthen one another, okay? But we have to want to receive the assistance, okay? So we have to assist the divine masculine, okay? But divine masculine, you have to see that the assistance is there and it's coming from the feminine possibly, okay? And you have to be open to receive it, okay? If not, you're gonna be wiped out with the others, okay? But I don't know why you would want to do that. Work with the people that's trying to destroy you, right? But the reason is the sorcery, the source of it, okay? For some. Yeah, greed and lust and you know, at this point you would think we've had enough of all this. You know what I'm saying? Sure, none of us are perfect, but certain things, it's like you think we'd have had enough of it. I don't know. All right. Okay, I didn't clarify that. Show me. Initiation. We're starseeds. I feel like we're being initiated, okay? And we're falling short. Take time to commune with the all within. This is the initiation. It's like a self-initiation. I feel like they're definitely calling out the divine masculine here, okay? Because many feminines, we've been holding it down, being attacked the whole time, okay? And we're doing our best. We're doing our best, okay? I don't know. We have to figure out what we can do to assist the divine masculine, okay? But you got to take the blinders off, okay? We're not your enemies. Show me. Your sister is secretly living in your stolen home. Why is this important? Something about Troy Collective. I'm getting, I don't know, Pastor Troy for some reason. Okay, I don't know. It says their attempts to block your dreams unlock the gift of mediumship. Okay, and this sister, this one here, that's living in my stolen home collective, this is all she does is play around in the astral as if she has the right to pull my astrals like puppet strings, okay? And I know she's getting messed up. I know I've messed her up a couple times in the dream, okay? But now it's like they just pretty much block most of them from me. But she did pull a stunt recently, right? Maybe a couple months ago, or a month, around on her birthday is when it was, okay? But yeah, okay, but this mediumship, I feel like they're saying this as well, is because we're going to use this gift, okay? With this, we are guiding you from within. They're going to help us figure it out. But we have to get out of our way. Okay, I don't know how we're going to do it, but we have to do it, collective, because we've just been suffering too long when our wealth is sitting right here in front of us, collective. It's sitting all around us. It's frustrating. What is this for again? Tony, these two names, Troy and Tony, maybe they help your sister. Maybe your sister's name is Tony, or I don't know, collective, okay? But these people are thieves, okay? And this is a part of, these are two maybe divine masculines in the reverse, okay? All right, let's get one more clarifier and we're going to move on with this situation. It's like we're just in our own way, okay? But it's time, okay? Archangel Michael, show me, what suggestion do you have for the divine masculine in order to pull himself in the upright? Those divine masculines that are suffering from this, okay? Let's get it. Show me. The enemy will perish. Collective. Hair trigger pulled back like a corn roar. Lil Wayne uproar, collective. They upset with these divine masculines who have gone against the higher, the greater good, collective, and themselves in the process. We got another name, Noggle. Collective, I don't know. This is like a cartoon name or something, Noggle. All right. Okay, let's see. What do you want the divine masculine to do next? This divine masculines that are not in the upright. What do you want them to do next? This stolen home, they want you to give it back, okay? If you don't give it back, there's going to be some serious trouble, okay? Give the home back, okay? The divine masculine had something to do with it. And these names out here, hype me up. Hype me up. I hype me up. All right, so somebody hyping themselves up. Maybe they telling you, this divine masculine that's fallen, to hype yourself up and do the right thing before, I don't know. Let's get this hair trigger pulled back like a cornrow. Hair trigger pulled back like a cornrow. Something, something, something. Extra clip in the stash like a corn saw. Okay? Don't make me flip out on the okay, whatever. Let's get something else. Hair trigger pulled back like a cornrow. Collective, there's about to be some pain for these people. Okay, something about a semiconductor. It's going to be some pain. I'm getting electrocution with that. Y'all forgive me, okay? Let me go. Okay, let's see. What was I saying? Hair trigger pulled back like a cornrow. Energy harvesting, collective. These people, they need to stop. Learn to embrace the pain in order to heal. These people about to experience some pain. Jersey City, New Jersey. They calling somebody out, okay? Some energy harvesting center or people up there, okay? Show me real quick, hype me up. Maybe they're dealing with like individual cases as well. Crooked FBI agent exposed for hype me up. Maybe somebody's using this crooked FBI agent as a shield, okay, for their crooked dealings surrounding this home. Or maybe the crooked FBI agent is the one that's helped or stole a home. Maybe your sister's a crooked FBI agent, okay? Let's see. Hype me up. Brian Collective. I think this might be the crooked FBI agent, okay? It says dwelling on your brother's faults multiplies your own. Dhammapada, sayings of Buddha. Okay, so someone did something that wasn't just. Stealing someone's home, okay? What do you want to say to this Brian, possibly crooked FBI agent that's being exposed? Maybe that's what they want to tell me, that they've been exposed. Collective, okay, let's keep it moving. Complete exposure, that's what they want to tell them. Something about St. Paul, maybe it's a name, maybe it's a place, something. Black on black crime, collective. They don't like it. They don't like it, okay? You got the divine masculine going after the divine feminine, and other divine masculines and other divine feminines, and it's just a mess, collective. All right, that's the situation. It's a mess, okay? We have more work to do, collective, and it just is what it is. We have more work, okay? We have our wealth there. Just look at it and know that it's yours, and you just can't touch it, okay? All right, collective, let's keep going. Obstacle. Overtime. You're putting in overtime. It's like we're spinning our freaking wheels, and we're just not getting it. We're not getting these downloads. And something of these divine masculines, y'all supposed to be the ones that's in the upright. You got to go check these ones that's in the south. You know, in the southern node, okay? You got to check them. But y'all want us to check them. And when we go check them, then they go get all their little bully friends, and they come and they attack us with a whole crew and a whole army of people, right? And then masculines just sit back and watch. That's another form of black on black crime, collective. It's just nasty. It's nasty. All right, and the problem is that these people are doing overtime. You're the people that are stealing and have stole the wealth, your family and others, okay? They're in overtime. They're on the run too, okay? Railroad Bill, outlaw, Robin Hood, okay? But I'm getting outlaws, okay? Outlaws. They are overtime doing this, okay? Because they know that their empires fall in collective, okay? It's coming. It's coming. But we still have work to do. We have to figure out what this work is that we have to do, okay? It says you are witnessing the fall of a corrupt empire. And they're working overtime. Their back is against the wall. And they don't want to go out. There's no way out. So they have to fight tooth and nail, okay? To try to change the, the odds in their favor. Show me. Overtime. Obstacle. It would behoove them to think again, but they're not collective. They're just they're focused. They're focused, okay? They're not going to stop. I'm focused, man. Tell Scott to holler at me, man, okay? Let's go. They're just not going to stop. Let's see. Hopefully we'll get a stoppage over here at the outcome. All right, spiritual advice. Give me nirvana. I can dance to. Okay, there's no peace, collective. I feel like there's not going to be any peace until this wealth and this property is back in the right hands. It's not going to be any peace, collective. It's like the cursed wealth in the tombs. They stole it. Now everyone's plagued, and it's old school. I feel like they're saying, hey, we stick in the old school rules, like the eye for an eye, okay? Hand for a hand, okay? Tooth for a tooth, okay? I don't know if that's the law, but you know what I'm talking about. Okay, let's go, spirit. Oh, yeah, this sheep in wolf's clothing. No peace, old school, and weak, but pretending to be strong. I'm getting like this is like an old school paradigm, a tradition of some sort too, okay? And it's a tradition that it garners no peace. There's no peace that comes out of this relationship or whatever the hell's going on here, where they suck everything of yours and you get nothing. You just work harder and harder, yeah. And you're pretending sheep. You're really weak, but you're pretending to be strong. And we do act like this, collective. We have to admit this, as well as the ops that are stealing. But we act like this. And that's why we have to fill our lives with a whole bunch of useless, shiny junk, okay? And that we keep working to acquire and shit, right? And then we get rid of them, or we break them up, and then we have to keep working to get more, collective. It's a prison, a self-maintained prison, okay? That's the sorcery. When we're big, strong lions, and all we have to do is just get up and just rip up everything if we have to. Okay? All right, I think this is also spiritual advice. Collective, yeah, just cut through the bullshit, okay? The bullshit within, number one, okay? And just, we've got to cut through. We got to figure out what's holding up our money, okay? How do we get these people, filthy, nasty hands and bodies off of our things, in and out of our things, okay? How do we do it? How do we get these divine masculines, or maybe we don't have to worry about them. They're just saying, hey, we know what you did. We calling you out, okay? And you going with the rest of them. I don't know, collective. We don't have time to waste. I do know that. Meat cleaver, show me. Why is that here? You are the gift, collective. They trying to chop up the gift since you was a little wee child, okay? They knew you was the gift all along. You're a star seed. And everybody got the meat cleaver, trying to figure out how they can chop a piece off so their families can grow and, oh my goodness, and draw off of your energy and your sustenance so that your family withers away. It's not just, it's not fair, and it's not going to stand, okay? It's not going to stand. Show me. Meat cleaver, bottom of the deck. Dante collective, okay? I don't know. Dante, maybe you the gift. I don't know, but we've got a diabolical woman. It's probably this sister out here. And you are protected from this diabolical sister. Okay, y'all? We're about to close this out. And give me nirvana today. So let's see what's at the bottom of this deck. YOLO. I have no idea what the hell YOLO is, collective. Hopefully you do. I saw it when I was shuffling. I said, now what is a YOLO? I don't know. One more. Show me the sheep in wolf's clothing. Why is this here? Why is this worded like this? What are you trying to say about that? Time to pay up, collective. You're gonna get your money, okay? These people that are pretending, these weak people that are pretending to be strong, but they're only strong because they have each other. They're going to start breaking these alliances. They're already doing it. And then they're going to be forced to stand on their own, okay? And they're going to fold. They're going to crumble because they can't. They ain't built like that, collective. Show me. Bottom of the deck. Sheep in wolf's clothing. Longevity. Time to pay up, collective. I feel like their longevity is at stake. Okay? And it's been going on for too long. It's stuff about to pop off. They want you to know it. But there's something they want us to do. Okay? Let me ask that real quick. Archangel Michael, what is it that you want us to do? What should me and my collective be doing in order to secure this wealth, okay? Getting those downloads. I did see that, right? I'm getting meditation as well. And just gratefulness. Show me. Not wanting to be seen. Maybe you should not want to be seen. I'm thinking most of us don't want to be seen, but maybe not. Okay? What else? Purity, innocence, magical powers, interdimensional travel. Maybe like because you're going through this ascension, maybe they want you to be less flamboyant, less noticeable, sort of operate like a ninja, you know? Let's see. What should we be doing? Something about this sibling rivalry. I feel like they want you to address this with this family, okay? This is this family member not wanting to be seen, okay? This sibling, okay? And you're the purity and the innocence. Okay, let's go. You sacrifice your own life coming for mine. That's what they're addressing. Okay, they're going to deal with this sister, this sibling, whoever it is in your family that stole some property or whatever it is, okay? They're going to deal with them. I feel like there's just a lot of frustration surrounding this wealth, okay? There's just a lot of frustration. There's going to be a lot of pain and suffering because there already has been, okay? Some of you, this wealth should have been to you many, many years ago, collective. And you've been toiling and like people, I don't know, was that? Oh, man, what was that? I can't remember it. Where the people, they supposedly were released from slavery and they didn't know it. So they were continuing on with the slavery, right? And they had to come tell them. I can't remember the name for that. Manifested, no. Something, I was supposed to something release. There's a name for it, okay? But, all right. How is this situation going to be resolved about this stolen property? Losing everything you love, collective. Okay, it fell out here on purity and innocence, but the reason it did is because that card, you sacrifice your own life coming for mine, okay? So they came for you, but that bottom of the deck, how is this going to be resolved? Darnell, collective, this is another family member. What is this family member going to do? They might come and tell you the truth. Show me. Show me. Why is Darnell here? What's going to happen? Divine Feminine, collective. I feel like they're coming to you. I see it fell out there on overtime because you've been putting in overtime, okay? Something with the internet, too. But one of your family members, what they going to say, bottom of the deck? Your brother. Something about your brother, Divine Feminine, okay? There's some sort of messages. Maybe this family member could be a cousin, okay? That is getting some sort of messages from the angels, okay? What do they want to say about this brother? Okay, let's see. Pickled pig's feet. Somebody's nasty. Y'all forgive me if you eat pickles, pig's feet here. I know it's just something we've been given and we get used to it, okay? But it's not a good pigs, especially just straight pig. It's just not a good thing here. They put pig in a lot of things like under different terms. I think like polysorbate and certain stearates like monostearate, but there's a whole list of them, right? And even like with some of those symbols, people are like, oh, I bought this is kosher. It has a kosher symbol on it. But I did research years ago. They said how they sold that symbol. It's not necessarily kosher. They sell it, okay? They sell the logo, okay? This is for entertainment purposes only, collective, okay? But the pig, yeah, it goes to the brain. It destroys the intelligence. They say it's a worm in there. I learned that in the Nation of Islam, okay? I think they call it the trichina worm. And it goes and it burrows into the spinal cord and all of that. And it travels up the spinal cord. And it gets to the brain and it eats the brain, collective. And you'll start to see it over time. You know, especially like as we get older, you'll see the yellowing of the eyes and different things, okay? So, and it fills the gut up with worms and stuff, right? All right, collective. So hopefully, if you eat pork, hopefully I grossed you out enough, okay, for you to really start to work on that to stop, okay? All right, Ashe. All right, collective. What is this, brother? This pickled pig's feet. Healing with crystals. Maybe there's something going on with this person's feet. Maybe their feet look like pickled pigs, okay? There's something going on with somebody's feet possibly. But what the hell does that have to do with the home? Let me see these pickles. Pig feet. What is this pickled pig's feet, collective? Archangel Michael, what is it? Way that hard. This is a part of this brother's judgment, collective. Okay, something's going on with somebody's feet. Now, and I know with my father, and maybe somebody ate pickles, pig feet, or pigs, and they're having a reaction to it, right? Something that they may have done all their lives, okay? But my father, when he would eat seafood, right, the man who raised me, right, he would get gout in his big toe, collective. And when the gout came in his big toe, we all knew about it, okay? I don't know how, because he wasn't living with us at that time. But I would always get word when my father had gout in his big toe and it was painful, okay? And what is that? Is that like uric acid or something? It's like the buildup. Okay, so that's like toxins I'm getting, like an inflammation, right? But yeah. All right, but I don't know where I'm going there. Okay, y'all, but yeah, somebody's under judgment. And possibly this judgment has something to do with their feet, collective. Okay? The side effect of the part of the judgment. Okay, they're attacking the feet. Somebody's feet might look like pickles pigs, collective. I don't know how the hell. Let's go. What is the bottom card? I have no idea, collective. They're weighing their heart. Maybe this is somebody's diet from here on out. Pickled pig's feet and cotton candy, collective. I have no idea. And semiconductor is here. Let me see something real quick, y'all. There's something here. Something that's out of this world, collective. Something my little brain could have never conceived. There's something here. Show me this cotton candy. What is that? Maybe they thought something was sweet. And now they're getting weighed. Now their feet is pickled up. Maybe this cotton candy. Maybe this is some sort of fungus. Yeah, it could be. And this is a part of the judgment. Because with cotton candy, that's like sugar water, okay? Spiraled up to look like cotton maybe, right? But with sugar, a lot of sugar in the body helps to create the inflammation, right? But they put it in everything, right? So maybe this is a part of the reactant, pig and sugar, that's causing this brother's feet to go bad. I'm getting like swollen feet, collective. Use a powerful MF. Your words are prophetic, collective. I'm getting like that's the freaking truth. Somebody's having some issues. This brother with their feet, collective. Maybe they're looking into healing with crystals, okay? This is what they want to talk about for the inheritance update, okay? Develop your craft, your creativity, collective. That powerful prophetic word that you have. Okay, let's go. Collective, I'm telling you, they keep telling y'all this, okay? I don't know what the problem is. I don't know what the problem is. This is what's holding us up, collective. Oh my goodness. Get the hell out of here, collective. It's as simple as that. And then we continue, and then you sit back as you continue to work, you know, however you work, and wait for your manifestation. Let it unfold, collective. Use a powerful MF. Your words are prophetic. The bottom of the deck, you have been given the authority by the divine to call judgment on all parties involved. Collective, what is the problem? What is the problem? What is the problem? We can't do it all together, or what are we forgetting? We don't have to do it all together, but what are we forgetting to call judgment? Or you know what the part 2 is. We're calling judgment, but we have, like a manifestation, you have to be specific. Okay, they want you to develop this craft. This is a part of your initiation. You have to be specific. Use your mind, your imagination, okay? You're not going to incur karma, okay? This is my belief of what they're saying, okay? Because these people have already been determined to be guilty for what they've done. They've been given chance after chance after chance after chance after chance to make it right, but they refuse to, and they're doing overtime to stop this, okay? And they're causing you to have to do overtime to prove it, okay? And it's just monumentous what you have to prove on your own, because we're all so isolated from one another, okay? Yeah, but they want you to call judgment, okay, collective. I don't know what else to say. I think I did a video where it talked about the manifestation. It might have been a wacky combo, y'all. I know the wacky combos are just driving you crazy, okay? But there's something there to those wacky combos. There's something about those equations. It's like hit and misses, okay? But there's something there. All right, but yeah, collective, maybe check out that video. It says something like Foster's School for Ghosts or Home for Ghosts, okay? Yeah. This is what we got to do. Okay, we just got to do it. Let's do a couple flippers before we get to closeouts. Oh, man, y'all, it's taking me longer. Let's see what's at the bottom of this one. Debt paid, collective. Beautiful. Your debts are paid. You just got to get to work on calling judgment. This should be the easiest part of the lesson, collective. I don't know. We all learn differently, though. But this should really be the easiest part of the lesson. This is the part where you should really be having fun. Calling judgment. I know, because some of the scenarios I think of in my head, okay, as I'm walking around and doing my little routine, okay, my usual, home routine, right? I'll be laughing up a storm and cackling up a storm, collective. I know my neighbors, so-called neighbors, right? They're like, she's a witch, just based on my laugh, collective, okay, because I'll be loving it. Because some of the stuff is so funny, the scenarios that'll come up in my head, okay? It's like something out of cartoon horror movie, collective. Just go for it, collective. It's going to help you. It's going to help you. Okay. What's this say? Okay, this is at the bottom. Okay, and I did say something about, didn't I say something about creativity? Okay, early on. It says, remember that hobby you had when you were young. Start that again, okay? I feel like that's going to help you to help you with your creativity, collective, because this must be the problem with the judgment situation. Just get to work, collective. You've got the power. You've got the power. You've got the power. Okay, divine outcome, y'all. Ooh, Chad, I hope this is something just so wonderful and so beautiful that we're all going to start crying right now in a good way. Show me. 510, collective. 510 is like completion for me. Complete completion. Like death. Endings, okay? I associate this number with that for a reason, okay? But look, we have that 5 like changes, major changes, right? And 10 is completion. Okay, so we've gone through a lot. I'm getting this over, collective. Show me, what's this? Wealth, riches, and abundance, collective. Woo! I hope you stayed to the end of the video, collective. Show me, what's this? Come on, keep it in alignment. Ha, ha, ha. Okay, it's over. That's what I'm getting. And they laughing at these people, these family members, and these other people that they work with to help steal your abundance, collective. It's coming back. All right, let's get the mystery cards so we out of here. Beautiful. Mystery card. Y'all, I got to get my ancestors cards out of here. Mystery card number 1, ancestor deck. Heavy ascension symptoms, collective. Okay? So you're going through it. Everything's happening while you're ascending, okay? So this is a part of the initiation. Wow. And that's a part of it, the hazing, so to speak, right? To see if you can handle all of it. You got people stealing from you. You're working to provide for 20 to 50 whole families, okay? Lineages, right? You're dealing with sorcery attacks, okay? People are attacking your food, all kinds of things, collective. You're dealing with your divine masculine attacking you, right? Yeah, it's just so much, collective. It's so much, okay? But there are divine masculines out there in the upright, okay? And they're here part of this reading in terms of, you know, they're going to get their wealth too. All right, what's this last mystery card? Collective, this second time I saw this on a read. Time to start your YouTube channel, okay? Just get started. You're going to be all right. Okay, if I could break down these various collective, you can do it, okay? Because the one thing I don't like to do is be looked at, okay? I don't like people looking at me, okay? And I don't like people in my business, okay? But that's what they did. They put everybody on the planet in my business, collective. And they secretly, behind my back, they secretly act as if, oh, she don't know. And I don't know everybody because there's so many of them. And they're laughing and they're snickering and they're mocking, collective. We're going to get the last laugh, collective. That's why half of this shit I just ignored, okay? We're going to get the last laugh. Collective, I'm looking for that mystery. I done lost it. All right, collective, but it's time to start your YouTube channel, okay? All right, collective, I didn't do too well on time this time, but that's okay. Maybe next time. If you like the video, like the video.